that all Coast Guards were, pension paid and all that sort of stuff.
No,
not the case.
For life.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. What's the most dramatic thing that's happened to you in those years?
Unfortunately, some very nasty ones over the years, obviously. And one that comes to mind was, unfortunately, a dense fog FA Cup final day in the early 70s when a coaster cut a fishing boat in half.
Oh, crikey.
That wasn't very nice. We lost 5 out of 9.
Oh, that's dreadful, isn't it?
Yes. With modern, radar and what have you, but unfortunately, that was a tragic one.
Yeah. Although over the years, I suspect, and you may be a bit modest to say, but I suspect you've been contributing to saving many lives in those 40 years.
Yes, I have indeed, yes.
Which is something to think about when you're doing your model train building. Something to be very proud of, I think, Tony.
Well, yes, but it's teamwork as well. Without the team behind you, you're just a digit in their system.
Good man. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for all your sterling efforts. Today, your sterling efforts are for West Sussex in our challenge. So we've got some questions coming up in just a bit, Tony. Okay,
right.
Hang on in there. And for East Sussex then, Hugh?
Playing for East Sussex this morning is Karen Brees, who's running 9 races in 9 weeks. This is to help raise money for East Sussex Wildlife Rescue and Ambulance Service. She's done 3, but has 6 left, including the Brighton Marathon and the London Marathon.
Hello, Karen.
Hello.
You must be fit as a butcher's dog.
Wow, that's debatable. We'll see how I go as I go through.
What are the 3 you've done so far? What have you done?
I've done. We started off. Oh, blimey! It was a Brighton half marathon actually a couple of weeks ago, and then the Tunbridge Wells last weekend, and it was Eastbourne half marathon yesterday.
Right. Yes. Well, I think you sound like if you manage those, you're doing all right.
Yes, so far so good.
Was Tunbridge Wells a half as well?
Tunbridge Wells was a half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So it's quite a step up, isn't it? Doing 13 and then doing 26.
It is. But if I could have found sort of 9 full marathons to run, that would have been a greater challenge and I would have done it. But it was just what was available on the race schedule. And, it's enough.
Well, I think you're doing brilliantly. I think you're doing absolutely brilliantly. And tell me, doing one every week, does that give your body enough time to recover before the next one? Or are you starting to feel, I'm starting to get tired now?
Yeah, I'm not too bad at the moment. It will be a big challenge once the marathon section starts because it doesn't give you a lot of chance to recover between each one. You are right.
What's the gap between the Brighton and the London this year? Is it just 1 week?
It's 1 week, so it is 3 marathons over 3 consecutive weekends for me.
And then lots of lying down and being hampered by your family, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy a cup of tea and a piece of cake afterwards, I think, after all this.
I think you would deserve that. And why are you raising money for the Wildlife Rescue and Ambulance Service?
Well, I just think they do an amazing job on very little funds. And there isn't really anyone out there in our local community is helping our sick and injured wildlife. So
they do a good job, don't they?
I
know you've got a Just Giving site, so let me give that out. So if you want to help Karen and her task of raising money for the wildlife and the rescue and ambulance service, here we are, justgiving.com/CAS WRAS. Okay, CAS WRAS on Just Giving. And good luck with that. And you've got the task of playing for East Sussex today, Karen.
I do.
So good luck with that. We'll be back with you in just a moment after the travel.
Keeping Sussex moving. Travel news from BBC Sussex.
Well, the A23 and the A27 running absolutely fine, no problems at all. If you're heading up the M23, though, to the M25, there's some big problems to the west of London. Firstly, on the M25, long delays, and they really start from around Junction 9 at Leatherhead. It's slow all the way around to Heathrow. There are 2 problems. Firstly, the clockwise exit slip road from the M25 at Junction 16 to the M40 has been closed since before 7 o'clock this morning because of an accident. The other problem is the M4 is closed going into London from the M25 at Junction 4B up to Junction through at Heston. It's because of an accident. That's been closed like that for about an hour and a half. There are huge delays on the approach there. The M3 is a lot busier than normal getting into London, and I say those queues are all the way back onto the main M25, so it's very slow indeed there. But I say the M23 running up to the M25 is running absolutely fine, as is the A23. Friars Gate near Crowborough, there was an accident on the B2188 at Mardens Hill. That's been cleared out of the way. For the trains, 30-minute delays on all services between Balham and Clapham Junction. This is affecting Gatwick Express, First Capital Connect and Southern services. It's because of signalling problems, and if you're heading onto the tubes, there are minor delays on the Jubilee line. There'll be more travel after the news at 10.
Help keep Sussex moving. Call 08459 570057. BBC Sussex.
So East versus West Sussex Challenge, and at 10 to 10, we are pitching Tony Wright from West Sussex against Karen Breeze from East Sussex. Tony's just retired from the Coast Guard service, and Karen is in the middle, or nearly the middle, of her marathon running triumph. It's sort of a triumph, isn't it? At the moment. It is a triumph at the moment, Karen, isn't it? You're still okay.
Yeah, I'm still okay at the moment, so we'll say triumph towards the end, shall we?
Yes, okay, fair enough. Right, 3 questions for both of you. Let's see how you get on. We've got a news question, a sports question, and your own specialist subject. So let's get down to business with the news question. Joe Rickard's next door.
OK, Karen from East Sussex, first of all. The most expensive painting ever sold at auction is going on show in Britain for the first time today. It's called Nude, Green Leaves and Bust. It was painted by Pablo Picasso. It's going to be displayed at the Tate. How much did it sell for last year?
Oh, dear.
I'll give you 3 options. 50 million, 70 million or £1 billion.
Oh, dear. Why haven't I been reading the news recently?
You would have heard me read this.
To tell you why, because you've been running all the time. That's why. You haven't got time for the news, have you?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm going to say the middle one.
You'd be right.
70.
Good guess.
Get in there.
Well done. OK, Tony for West Sussex. A survey for TV licensing people has found we all watch an hour more TV than we think we do. It found that on average, how many hours TV do we watch a day? Is it 2, 3 or 4?
I would say 4.
You'd be right. Well done.
4 hours a day? Crikey.
Shocking, eh?
There's not enough time to sleep in my household if I watch 4 hours. OK, well, it's a good start for both of you. Point apiece. So, on to the ever-popular sports question, and John Lees.
Hello, Karen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Ellen Gandy represents Britain in which sport? Is it cycling, swimming, or athletics? Ellen Gandy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what sporting programmes either.
You're running all the time. That's so obvious.
Oh, dear. It doesn't sound like a swimmer to me. And it was cycling or...
Cycling, swimming, or athletics?
Oh, athletics. Alan Gandy. I'll go for athletics.
No, it's swimming. She won the 100 metres butterfly in Manchester in the current championships. Tony, good morning.
Good morning.
James Ward represents Britain in which sport? Is it tennis, swimming, or athletics?
I'm going to go for athletics.
No, it's tennis. He won the decisive rubber against Tunisia in the Davis Cup tie in Bolton.
Did they?
Oh, dear.
Crikey, I didn't hear any of these people. Oh.
James Ward, yes.
James Ward, there you are.
And he was taking a rest, you see.
Right, OK, which means that it's still even, Stephen, so it's all down to the specialist subject round. And here's Hugh.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
The current women's marathon world record was set by Paula Radcliffe in 2003. Can you tell me which is the time? Is it A, 3 hours 25 minutes, B, 2 hours 15 minutes, or C, 4 hours 55 minutes?
It'd be B.
Yeah, get in there. 2 hours. Are you near that time yourself, Karen, for a marathon? Well,
I wish I could run 2 hours 15.
What's your PB at the marathon then?
4:25.
That's pretty good, isn't it, Johnny?
Not bad.
That's very good. Well done for you, Karen. Well done.
Thank you.
Tony, your specialist question, which is about model railways. Can you tell me, of these three, which is the largest gauge of model railway? And that's obviously the distance between the rails. Is it A, O gauge, B, double O gauge, or C, N gauge? Can you tell me which is the largest one?
O gauge.
Yeah, of course. There we are. Well done. On home ground, very safe. It's a draw. It's a draw. Well done to both of you. Thank you very much indeed. Nice to have you both on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tony
Thank
Wright
you.
and Cambridge. Good luck with all those marathons then. Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.